one is going to be a Coda deck that I won tonight at Chainbound. I brought a deck I hadn't brought to Chainbound before. It's not amazing, but it's quirky and fun, and I thought it had a shot at winning, so I took it. I went 2-1 with it. It's a 6 Plague Rat deck with a Brend, which is pretty good. The only other steal, well, it has Little Nif, but other than Little Nif, the only other steal in it is Swindle. It has a little bit of Amber control in Sanctum, a little bit in Mars, but in the last game I had a really fun combo that I pulled off where I managed to actually use the Plague Rat, but not in the way you'd expect. I put a Brainstem Antenna on my Plague Rat and then a Red Planet Ray Gun, and then proceeded to play 3 Mars creatures, getting to do 3 reaps with the Plague Rat, each of them dealing damage to my opponent's creatures. That stayed on the board, and so the next turn I was able to play another Mars creature and then reap with a Sky Booster Squadron, which I then played and could use the Plague Rat a second time in that turn. So it just ended up being, really kind of crazy what I was able to do with some of the cross house combos. Anyway, it was fun. It was a real fun time. So, and then at the end, got to pick a deck. I feel like my collection is a little lopsided in the direction of AOA, so I've been trying to do a little more on the Coda side. Not to mention, with the Coda decks out of print, I just feel like I want to get these in while I can. So anyway, here we go. This one is Dees Untamed Sanctum. That's an interesting setup there. I'm hoping for, the best case is to get something just really racy in the Sanctum, along with something that can help in the Untamed rather, along with something that can help in the Sanctum, and also maybe some Amber control, capture, and maybe a doorstep or 2 would be amazing. And in Dees, some Amber generation with like some Dust Imps and stuff like that. Maybe a Lash of Broken Dreams would be really nice. Wouldn't mind seeing like Creeping Oblivion. That's one I had in the first deck I ever opened, but I sold that and haven't seen another one since. So yeah, I'd be thrilled to see that. So anyway, here we go. This is Ruthless Orinthia of the Graveyard. That's a fun name too. Orinthia is, I've never met anybody named that, but the rest of it, Ruthless Orinthia of the Graveyard. That's pretty cool. All right, and we start off with a Gateway to Dis. That's a fun setup. It's an action. When you play it, you destroy each creature and you gain 3 chains. We got 2 of those. Okay, two might be okay. I would rather not see any more of them. We'll see. All right. Good. Okay. Gongoozle gains us an Amber and deals 3 damage to a creature. If it's not destroyed, the owner discards a random card from their hand. Hand of Dees destroys a creature that's not on a flank. Got 2 of those. Don't love it. 3 of them. Okay. At this point, I'm feeling like, this could almost potentially be a reversal deck. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. We got 3 Fates, so that gives us an Amber and destroys the 3 most powerful creatures. That could be interesting. We have a Pit Demon. It's a 5-power demon that can exhaust to steal 1. Oh, a Snudge. That's good artifact control. It's a 4-power demon that, after fighting or reaping, returns an artifact or flank creature to its owner's hand. Oh, and a Stealer of Souls. This is a 6-power demon that, after fighting an enemy creature, after an enemy creature is destroyed, fighting Stealer of Souls, regardless of who attacked, you purge that creature and gain an Amber. That's interesting. Antenicus, 5-power demon. Your opponent has to pay you 1 in order to use an artifact. Well, we got 1 more here. And a Toxin, 3-power demon. When it reaps, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. Okay, these are interesting creatures. I don't like how they fit with the 3 Fates. 6/5/5. That's a little scary, but depends on the situation, I suppose. You can always choose not to do that, but if you do, then we have a 1 Amber Pip in this whole Dees setup. These are good creatures. I just wish I had a better action spread to go with them. But we'll see what we get. In the other houses, Sanctum has Blinding Light, which gains us an amber. We choose a house and stun each creature of that house. That's great board control. Ooh, Glorious Few. That's exciting. Glorious Few is an action, and when we play it, for each creature your opponent controls in excess of you, gain 1. So this is really good if your opponent has has a bigger board presence than you. Okay. Inspiration lets us ready and use a friendly creature. Shield of Justice gives us a bonus amber, and says for the remainder of the turn, each friendly creature cannot be dealt damage. That's pretty cool. We've got 2 of those. Okay. And in terms of redress, gain an amber, choose a friendly creature to capture 2. Okay. The harder they come, purge a creature with power 5 or higher. Now look, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards deep here. And, of course it is Coda, so things are sorted differently. Creatures will come out last. Let me check on the dog really quick. Alrighty, I think everybody's okay. But yeah, so that's... Anyway, we have 5 slots left. Let's see what we get. We have a Bulwark. It's a 4-power human knight with 2 armor, and each of its neighbors gets +2 armor. Okay. Champion and Naphiel, 6-power knight spirit with 1 armor and taunt. Very nice. Ooh, Hayel the Merchant, 3-power human merchant. Each time you play an artifact, gain 1. How many artifacts do we have so far? Guess the number. It is 0. Okay. Lady Maxina, 5-power human knight spirit with 2 armor. When you play it, you stun a creature, and you can exhaust it to return it to its owner's hand. Okay. That, that's interesting with like the Glorious Few. That could actually like reduce your count by 1 while you play that, and then you bring it back out and stun something. That could be interesting. Sequus, 4-power human knight with 2 armor. When it reaps, it captures 1. Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah, we'll see what we get in Untamed, but he's sad. Okay. Hey, it's a Maverick. Cool. Okay, so this is an Untamed Brothers in Battle. That's usually a Brobnar card. Has a bonus amber, and it says choose a house for the remainder of the turn. Each friendly creature of that house may fight. And actually, with the largeness of the creatures in Sanctum and Dees, I feel like that's a pretty decent thing to have. So that's pretty cool. Not a bad Maverick. Okay. Lifeweb gives us a bonus amber and then says if your opponent played 3 or more creatures on their previous turn, steal 2. Okay, that's actually like more hate for the opponent having lots of creatures out, so that's interesting. Mimicry copies an action card from our opponent's discard pile. When you play this card, treat it as a copy of an action card in your opponent's discard pile. That's fun. That's an exciting card. Okay, I like this. Untamed setup. Nocturnal Maneuver, gain an amber, exhaust up to 3 creatures. Good soft board control. Perilous Wild, gain an amber, destroy each elusive creature. Vigor, gain an amber, heal up to 3 damage from a creature, and if you healed 3 damage, gain 1. I feel like, with the Sanctum and Dees setup, like that has a good chance of going off. Big Twig, 7-power beast, and it can only fight stunned creatures, which there'll actually be a lot of with the Sanctum setup. But when it reaps, you stun and exhaust a creature. Dust Pixie, Fairy, 2 bonus amber. That's fun. Halakor, 4-power beast, and each friendly flank creature gains skirmish. That's solid. Murmuk, 3-power beast, and your opponent's keys cost +1. Niffleape, it's a 3-power beast and Niffle. While Niffleape is attacking, ignore, taunt, and elusive. Way of the Bear gives a creature a bonus amber. It's an upgrade. Gives a creature a bonus amber and assault 2. And that's it. Okay. So this is a solid middle of the road deck. I feel like. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so 14 amber printed on cards. That's not great, but it's not terrible. And we have potential for more from like Glorious Few, Inspiration is definitely one. Tenicus might steal us one. Life Web could potentially gain us more, so could Vigor. So Mimicry is probably going to gain us one. So there's some interesting stuff there. It's not control-y, right? It has a little bit of control and Dees, but just not a lot. Some board and Amber control and Sanctum, but not a ton. And then I guess interesting race in Untamed with the Murmook to just boost the key costs a little bit. I don't know how I feel about this. This is an interesting deck. This is one that I feel like definitely needs to be played to know. I mean, I think it really does need to be played. And I'm thinking, like, how cool, right, to be able to do Shield of Justice Inspiration on Stealer of Souls. Like, that's potentially very cool. Getting to do Brothers in Battle on this Sanctum setup is not bad. Or even on this Dees setup, not bad. So there's some interesting stuff. Just nothing like, definitely nothing really crazy level, but very interesting and has some potential. I'll be interested to actually play with it and see what it can do. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this. This was a Ruthless Orinthia of the Graveyard, and yeah, I'll see you out there forging some keys.